Ready.
Okay. And Anaya, I remembered to record, so we're good to go. Okay. So we've been working on butterfly writing, which is an opinion writing. Misty Schley, I can't stop looking at your eyeshadow.
Really pretty, guys.
Did Emily help you with that one?
Sure did. She did it herself.
It's beautiful. Anyway, we are working on our opinion writing about protecting butterflies and other pollinators. So Misty Schley and I were talking, and we thought maybe it would be helpful if we read you a book about pollinators so that maybe you can have some more ideas on why it's so important to protect the pollinators. Okay? Sound good? Thumbs up if it sounds good. Okay, Daviana and London, thank you, Iman. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen then and open it up. This book is called Pollination. It's about all different types of pollinators, so kind of cool, kind of special. There you go. If you're not on mute, go ahead and put yourself on mute so that you can hear the story. Okay, here we go.
Teamwork. Oh, am I reading or is it reading?
You're reading. We're reading.
Oh, great. Teamwork. Muscle and bone, fish and water, milk and cookies. Some of the best things in life depend on each other.
Well, milk and cookies may not depend on each other, but most plants and a lot of insects do. They need each other to survive.
New plants don't just decide to grow one day. They need help to get things started. That is where insects come in. Wind and water help too. They make it possible for most plants to grow new plants.
This little box says more than 90% of all plants need a pollinator. Did you know I have a blueberry plant that's self-pollinating? Fun fact. This page says, insects, wind, and water help plants. They do this through pollination. That is how they carry pollen from plant to plant. This starts the process that allows new plants to grow.
And then this little box says self or cross. A plant can pollinate itself. This is called self-fertilization. It can also pollinate another plant with the help of insects, animals, wind, or water. That is called cross-fertilization.
Crazy.
Crazy. Pollen is a, oh.
You wanna go? Do you want me to?
Sure. Okay. Pollen is a dust. It is found at the end of a flower's stamens. Stamens are long and thin. They make the pollen. On the end of each stamen is an anther. The anther holds the pollen.
It says some people are allergic to pollen, like me. When there's a lot of flower pollen, they may sneeze and sneeze and sneeze. Have you guys ever seen, like yesterday I was out in my backyard and I looked up at this tree and it was raining pollen, like there was yellow stuff everywhere. Have you ever seen that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yellow has been, it was crazy. To make a new plant, the pollen must reach the pistil. The pistil is the female part of the plant. The stigma is the top of the pistil. The tube below it is the style. The ovary is at the base of the pistil. This is where seeds are made. We're going fast through this part because we already studied this part, so you know.
guys are experts at this.
Yeah, you really are.
In many flowers, petals protect the pistil. They surround it. They keep it safe. The stigma is sticky. Pollen can easily stick to it. Then it goes down the style. It reaches the ovary.
Crazy. Those are pretty cool pictures. Look how close up to the flowers there. That's a willow tree right there. Help is on the way. Plants do not get up and move on their own. They have no way to move their pollen to make new plants. They need help. Insects, wind, and water give them all the help that they need. Pollen can be carried on an animal's fur, like this cute little cat. Kind of looks like
Snowball.
It does.
Pollen sticks to insects when they feed on flowers. They carry the pollen on them as they fly. Some of that pollen falls off, or it can be caught by the wind or rain. Either way, the pollen's journey begins.
This
Look at
is
that little
pollen
bee.
through a microscope. Like if you look really close, that's really cool. This book has cool pictures.
Mm-hmm.
In a plant, the male cell fertilizes the female cell. The pollen is the male cell and the female cell is the ovary, and they make seeds. Cool.
Look at that.
Cool. Here we go.
Pollinators. Woo! The helpers that carry the pollen are pollinators. Their job is important. Without them, there would be no new plants.
Wind and water help a lot too, but two types of living things are the biggest heroes. They are bees and butterflies. And it says that bats, moths, and birds are also good pollinators.
Bees. Bees are some of the best pollinators. They have hairy bodies that trap pollen. They usually visit the same kind of flower. This keeps the pollen where it is needed. Their small size and short legs help bees get inside flowers too.
Butterflies trap pollen on their bodies too. They walk around on groups of flowers, and this helps spread pollen. Oh, this is cool. It says butterflies have taste buds on their feet. They also have a long tube-like tongue they use like a straw to suck up liquid. So they can taste through their feet. That's so weird.
Does anybody remember what that long tube-like tongue is called?
Oh, I can't remember what it's called.
Starts with a P.
I just
Briella?
know that we don't know how to say it.
Pro.
You're close.
You're so close.
It's called a probe.
Probe?
Who said that?
I don't, someone shouted it out. It's the
Iman?
proboscis.
Oh, it was a B. Yeah, it's a proboscis or proboscis.
Proboscis or something like that. But yeah, good job, guys. You learned that when we were home from school.
Good job.
Good job.
London was raising her hand. London, what were you gonna say?
That's
Yes, Imad.
really.
You said that's really weird.
If they do it to their feet.
Can you imagine if you could taste through your feet?
Oh, no.
That would be so weird. All right, let's keep going. Nature's puzzle. Nature is like a puzzle. Each part of nature connects to an amazing whole. Pollination is like that. Plants, insects, wind, and water are parts of the puzzle, and nature needs every piece. Oh, let's do science.
Do science.
Maybe.
What is inside a flower? See for yourself. All right, so if we go and get a flower, we need a butter knife, the flower with stamen and pistil. Don't think I have any live flowers. No, but that's not like there's no stamen and pistil in those.
You might have some outside.
Yeah, you know, maybe tomorrow we can find one from outside.
That one? Wait.
Oh, okay, we need
Mike's
a butter
helping
knife.
us out.
Thanks, assistant, Mr. Mike. The best
Can
assistant.
I pull it out?
Oh, yeah. We're gonna chop it up.
All right, guys, this is an expensive flower, but you know, for you, we'll do anything.
Is that a
All right.
sugar flower?
No, this was a Mother's Day flower.
Oh, beautiful.
Okay, so this is an orchid, okay? My assistant left me. Let me go get a knife. Okay. So here is my flower, and it says, let me see, I gotta move all of you guys. Here we go. It says, look at the flower, see how it is shaped, and look at all its parts.
So cool.
See
Here,
in
I'm
there?
gonna stop sharing my screen, Miss Deshley, so that they can see your picture better.
Okay. So there we are, okay? But then what did it say for number 2?
Oh, it says, hold on, I'll go back.
Okay.
Sorry, I got mixed up. Okay, here we go.
It says, have an adult help you find the stamens, touch and sturdy them. What do they do? So when I touch the stamens, they like flop. Then find the pistil. That's hard. He like doesn't move. Carefully remove the pistil, cut it open. What do you see? Let's see. Oh, guys. So it looks just like the picture.
Oh, cool. You guys see it?
You see it?
No, you can't see it? Here, and now I'm gonna stop sharing. If you press the button on the top that says speaker view, you can see her picture really big.
Look it, guys. It looks just like that picture. There's like a tube.
Whoa,
Isn't
that's
that cool?
really cool.
Okay, cool.
Well, thanks for cutting open that really expensive orchid, Miss Deshley.
It smells really good. It's a good smelling plant, guys.
Beautiful. All right.
Okay.
I'm going to, what'd you say?
Is it like one of those black or the white, like metal?
Yeah, those ones right
things?
there. Yeah, that's my orchid plant. This was a flower off of it.
Beautiful.
No longer.
All right. So your job today, friends, is to go and write your conclusion. So we'll talk about our target, and then we'll read you our example conclusion, and then that's all we need to do. You just have time to work on your own writing today and your IXL diagnostic test if you haven't done that yet. Okay, so we'll make this fast. Miss Deshley, do you want to read our target?
I would love to read our target. Our target says, I can write a conclusion. Remember, that's the end of our writing when we wrap it up with a bow. For my opinion piece about why people should protect butterflies. You're trying to convince somebody why butterflies are important.
So a conclusion is where you have to restate what your opinion is. So if you're writing about protecting butterflies, that's what you need to restate in your conclusion, okay? So we're going to read you an example of the conclusion that we wrote when we talked about bats, and then you can kind of take that as an example and make it your own to talk about butterflies, okay? So you see where this big arrow is pointing? That's what we're going to read you. It says, we need to save the bats. Many plants and animals depend on them. If we aren't careful, we may lose these useful creatures. Okay, so my opinion is that we need to save bats. Your opinion is that we need to save what? What animal? Butterflies. Good. Maybe one or two people want to share something that they might say in their conclusion. Anybody want to try? London? London, what might you say? I can't hear you, friend, if you're talking.
Now,
Oh yeah, now I can hear you.
Mm-hmm.
if you hear pollinators, animals won't be there anymore, and then there will be nothing else.
That would convince me to save butterflies for sure. I want animals to be around, so we need to keep pollinators. Good job, London. Can
Good,
someone
good.
else share an idea?
Mm-hmm.
What might you write in your conclusion? Let's see. Remember, you're just restating your opinion. So if you know your opinion, which we talked about being protecting butterflies, then you should be able to think of an idea for your conclusion. I might say something like, do you like to eat vegetables and fruits? Because without pollinators, you can't have any. That's kind of catchy, right?
That was real catchy.
How about one more idea and then we'll let you go get started. You all have big brains. You can all do this. Imad, thank you, buddy. What might you say?
I might say butterflies are important. It's important to save butterflies because
Why is it important? What do they do for us?
it's important to save butterflies because they help us get food.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Exactly. All right. London, are you raising your hand, friend? Or are you just stretching?
Stretching.
Okay. All right, guys. So then if you are ready to go, your assignment is up on Google Classroom. And that is all that we have for you today. So you have 2 jobs. Do your conclusion and then do your IXL assessment if you haven't done it yet, okay? And we
I'm
will
good.
see you tomorrow morning, okay?
Bye-bye, Miss Deacon.